Hello and welcome to Redstone Basics, another in this series. What I wanted to do today is, obviously in earlier episodes of this particular sort of subsection of Minecraft features, I've spoken about the three types of components, namely power, transmission and mechanism components. And I've spoken in general terms about each of those. And I've also spoken about power, and in last episode I spoke in quite some detail about exactly how these things are powered, what is going to power, what is not going to power, that sort of thing, and of course about this idea with opaque blocks as well. So now what I want to do is I want to move on from that and talk about a different topic, and that topic is power level, which is also known as signal strength. So what exactly is that? Well, in probably the most simple terms that I suppose one could even think about it, we just have a signal, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I'll put 16 down. Let's turn this on. Okay, as we can see, I mean, certainly for the first one, this is to do with the signal strength, and the colour is actually changing very, very slightly each time we go. I wonder if I've got all the particles on, actually. It doesn't look like it. Yeah, it helps to have particles on. You see a bit more here. Let me just turn the graphics down a little more. Yeah, because sometimes you can actually see this stuff. But yeah, you can see. So we've got strength. So basically, what happens is this starts at 15 strength, then it goes to 14, then 13, then 12, then 11, then 10, then 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that is not actually on. So let's have a look. See what happens if we put this here. Not much is going on. So yeah. So the strength of the power level is actually decreasing by 1 for each block of redstone dust that we travel. And the comparator and the repeater, both of course transmission components, they have different functionality. So let's just confirm with the repeater that there's no power here. So this power has died on the near, I suppose you could say, a fraction right about there, right where the crosshair center is. It's just before the end, so it's not reaching onto this, so it's not. So this whole block is getting 0, and this, you could say 99% of this block is powered in a sense. It was a good way of looking at it. Now, if I put this repeater down here, it's on. Well, I guess that what I said earlier doesn't quite make sense. But I guess it really is to do with this edge, isn't it? You could say okay. How about this? This is just touching. This is just touching the edge. It's got like a tiny, you know, like hairline sort of touch of the edge, and that's all this repeater needs. And then what happens here? Well, what happens here is that if we just put one down, we can see automatically, because this is a different colour anyway, this 15 strength is back. So what the repeater does is it re-strengthens the signal to maximum once more. Okay, so, but how about if we put the comparator down? Well, the comparator, and it's not that easy to tell. I wonder if there is actually a way to... No, I mean, you could possibly tell if there was a texture pack which had different textures for everything, so different signal strength. You know, like if it went like, you know, like the colours wool, like the wool colours or something like that. But But yeah, if we put another piece down here, this is not on. As we can see, that is off. So what's going on here? Well, this is being maintained. So while the repeater re-strengthens the signal back to 15, the comparator merely maintains the signal. So if we wanted to continue going for 1, you can see it's still got this. It's bringing in this 1 signal. Comparator, of course, is a block which is very, very receptive to signal strength. And we can see we've still got 1 here. But again, if we put the we've got the 1 there. But if we put the repeater on the on this block, we're going to see that that is not going to work. Okay, so yeah. Now there are things that we can do with the comparator, but I don't want to focus on that quite yet because there's multiple things we can do with the comparator, and keep in mind the comparator is a very important block. Since its introduction, it's had multiple upgrades, and it can and it interacts with chess and a lot of tile entities, and there's also a few kind of brief equations that go into it as well on some of the blocks, and there's some stuff with command blocks as well with the sort of success count, stuff like that. But I'm not going to focus on that because, like I say, I'm nowhere near that level. So yeah. So what else can we focus on this sort of simple demonstration? Well, one of the things that I do think could be quite interesting is that power level fades with dust to dust transmission, but not between dust and a device or block. So let's try to build something else here. Let's try and build a sort of. So what happens if we say? All right. So let's start slightly differently then. We know for a fact that if we do, remember, just to keep this very, very clear, we know for a fact that this is not possible. So we turn that on, and that's not getting any power. So that's the important thing that I'm constantly going to say. Probably not like 20 episodes time, but I'm constantly going to say that for now. So we know for a fact if we want to get through, we're going to have to use a better transmission component, and then of course you can see we're getting through. But like I say, there's not that much point in doing that. So let's have a look, see how strong this signal is now. And we may be able to see, I think you can actually, this is the only one you can tell the difference, really, apart from possibly 14 as well. With these ones, it's much harder to tell. But as we can see, we've got 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, off. Okay, so there's no signal here, so that's not. So basically, what I've just said is that I've counted correctly. So we can see the signal is not dropping anything. So that's pretty cool. Now how? So yeah. So even through this block, this 15 signal from the repeater is going all the way through, and it's still 15 at this point. So in essence, this block is acting like, it's almost like this is So we said that the comparator, let's not, like I say, I'm not going to focus on any of the complicated functionality of the comparator. But we did say one thing, didn't we? That the comparator is a maintainer. It maintains the signal. Okay. So we know that. And we also know we can't just feed this piece of redstone into this opaque block because it's not going to come out the other side. because it'll be weakly powered, the opaque block. Okay, so so could we perhaps say maintain this signal? Let's see if we can maintain this 15 signal. Let's have a look. Alright, so we've done this. That's fair enough. We'll remove this. We'll just get rid of... No, we've got rid of them all. Okay, so we're going to say to the comparator, okay, maintain this 15 signal. Let's see if it's done it. It has. So that's pretty cool. So we've got 15. It's going to maintain it through this block. And then we've got a comparator, and it's going to maintain it through this block. Okay. So what about this? What about we say, all right, we don't really need a we don't necessarily need a 15 signal. We want a 14 signal. Okay, so let's just get rid of these then. Okay, so we've got a 15 here. So let's go down to a 14. And we're going to say we want to keep this 14 signal. So let's see if it's managed to maintain it through this block. Okay, so can't tell if that's a 14 or not. So let's assume it is, and let's count. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. 1. And you can see it has. That's pretty cool. So yeah, so that's kind of like just a very introductory guide to sort of looking at signal strength, power level. So thanks for watching.